Now, with this brand new Fortnite Save the World account and the brand new 2022 series, along with many other things, I hope to be able to go through and redo some older videos from the channel. I have learned so much more since doing those, so I want to come and redo them and hopefully help out a lot of not only experienced players but new players along the way. So one of those things is going through explaining all your various different tabs within the game. There will be links in the description. Check those out. They will help you out with other aspects of the game. But for today, we are going to be going through your map screen. Now, this is primarily for newer players, but your map screen is going to be one of the screens that you are going to need to go to quite a lot when you are completing your quests. And on the map screen here, you will start off on Stonewood. That is your early on section. And you will progress, you will go through Plankerton, Canny Valley, Twine Peaks as well, and that is where you will get to the end game content. Now, you also have on here, currently at the time of making this video, we have Mild Meadows Venture Zone. Now, this will change throughout the different seasons. We do have different venture zones, so it may not look exactly as it does here, but for now we have Mild Meadows. Now, I'm going to briefly go into this because I may do a separate video on the Venture Zone for you. But with Venture Zone, this is essentially a whole new game aspect of the Fortnite Save the World. So completely separate to anything that you do in your normal game. Ventures, you will start each season with absolutely nothing. You will have no materials. You will start off with grey level 1 weapons. You will start off at level 1 and power level 1, and you will work your way up to level 50. So that is your ventures. Now, one thing I do want to note, which I see a lot in my comment sections, is when people are doing their normal Stonewood quests, they click on play now, and sometimes that will take you into any compatible mission, and it may find a compatible mission to complete it in a venture zone. And people are going in there, they're getting in, they're like, where's all my weapons? I have no weapons, I've got nothing, where's it all gone? That will be the reason why. The game has taken you into a venture zone instead of into a normal Stonewood zone. At the moment, they do look very, very similar. They will look pretty much the same because the maps are the same for this season. So just bear that in mind whenever you are going into any quests, and that is why you have no weapons available. So on here for the Stonewood, it does say the recommended power level is between 1 and 19. So as long as you are slowly progressing through your quests in Stonewood, then your power level will increase as you go. I will go into power levels and how to increase those later on, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. Just play the game and you will be good to go. So in Stonewood, if we go into your Stonewood map, now this is your map, and this is where you will be able to locate all your various different mission types. It may look slightly different than mine because the missions that are available to you will update and change every 24 hours. So your map may look slightly different than mine, especially if you're in a different part of your quest line, then you won't have certain missions available. So you will always start on the play with others option. Now, play with others is basically no matter whether you are playing on private, public, with friends or whatever, if you go on play with others, then you will be playing with other random players. In here you will have quest progression, which is going to put you into a random game that will be compatible with your current Stonewood quest. You can also go on quick play, where you can basically pick the mission types that you want to go into, or you can go on to custom, where you can literally determine the power level you go into and everything. So that is your play with others mission. Now, your home base storm shield, this is where you will do your storm shield defenses and later on your endurances. Now, you can go into these at any point that you like. Up until SSD 5 in Stonewood, you can't complete any storm shield defenses until you get to that part in your quest line. But you can, however, you can go in, you can build, you can get defenses up ready for your later defenses. So you'll be able to do those any time you wish. Now onto the actual map itself. Now we have various different types of maps and missions you can go into. Now it will always say on the left hand side there will always be information relating to each mission type. So let's say this Ride the Lightning here, it is a recommended power level 3. Now your power level is always the one at the very top left of your screen, and the power level of the mission will always say recommended on your left hand side. So for this one we will be really overpowered for this mission. We will be able to complete this no problems at all, and if we do complete it we're going to get some hero XP, survivor XP and gold as a reward. Now this also will tell you what zone area it is. Now this is a grasslands, which is a little bit like a forest. Is really flat areas with loads of grass and trees and things like that. So do bear that in mind, because when you are doing your quests they will generally tell you what area you need to go into. So let's say the kicking and screaming quest, we need a 9+ city, suburban or industrial zone. So we wouldn't be able to go into this grasslands because it wouldn't count. So do bear those in mind when ever selecting your mission. Now we have also got over here, we've got Fight the Storms. That is another mission type that we have, and again it will show you the recommended power and the rewards that you will get. Now we've got then a resupply. This is quite a short mission, it's about 10 minutes long, where you have to go and destroy say 10 cars, 15 rocks, collect supply drops, things like that. And they will be pretty straightforward. There's not really any husk killing involved. You just have to complete the objectives that it will give you on the screen. Next up we will have Retrieve the Data. That is another defense type mission, and that will give you various other rewards for completing that. Now you then have what is called a 4-player mission. Now this will always be indicated by having the 4 little people logos underneath the mission type, and on the left hand side in big yellow writing it will say 4 players suggested. Now this one is a recommended power level 9. We are currently power level 12, so probably we would be able to solo this anyway because we're a little bit overpowered for that mission, but they will be generally stronger husks in there, and you'll need to make sure that you are gonna be able to complete the 4 players on your own. Now another mission type that we have is Eliminate and Collect, where you have to basically kill a certain number of husks and collect a certain number of data samples that drop when you're playing. Another 10-minute mission, pretty straightforward and easy. We also have Rescue Survivors. You have to go in, rescue at least 5 or 6 survivors to complete the mission, and then do whatever you need to do, farm or collect the rest of the survivors in there if you wish. We also have a Destroy Encampments, another not too bad mission to be able to complete on your own. And yeah, and the next one then is Build the Radar Grid, which, as it suggests, you have to build 3 radars in order to complete the mission. So that one will be quite a straightforward one as well. So there are quite a few different types of missions that will be available. Now one thing you will notice on here is that some missions have different colors. So a green mission means that you're the right power level or your higher power level. You're going to be able to complete it pretty easy. The next one that we have is orange, which means you are just slightly underpowered. You should still be able to complete the mission perfectly fine, but you know it's going to be a little tougher than the green ones. And then next up you have the red color, which means that you are really underpowered for this mission and you are going to struggle. It doesn't mean you won't be able to complete it, but you are going to struggle. They're going to be a lot more powerful for you than if you were to go into a green mission. So that is pretty much the basis of your map screen. This is where you will go in and select all of your mission types. Now, the very last thing that I do want to point out, you will notice on the right hand side, it's going to show you your available quests that you are working on. So if you have been over onto your quests and your quest tab, and if you've pinned any quests on here, like I've got some daily quests I still haven't completed. I've got to destroy gnomes, so I've pinned that quest, and it will also show you your main quests that you're doing as well, whether you pin those now or not. They have updated that. So on your map screen, it's going to show you any quests that you have got. Your recruit training, that is my current main quest that I'm working on, and my pinned quest is my daily one. So they will be on your map screen to show you what you need to be collecting for your normal quests. When you are in your games as well, it will also show them on your screen, but they're going to move. They are on your left hand side instead. So just remember those. You'll be able to keep a check on what your actual quest is without having to keep going back and forth between your quest page and your map. So that is your map screen explained. Hopefully you'll have a little bit more understanding now of how the maps work and all the different mission types that we've got. If you do find this video useful, please drop me a like. Any comments are much appreciated. I try and respond to as many as I can. There are lots of links in the description of playlists that are going to help you out, as will these videos up here. But until the next one, Commanders, I hope you have a fantastic day and stay safe, my friends.